guys, what's up? It's Mac with Indie Invasion Podcast, and I have County Road Z. So just got it, and I just played my first game. I didn't film a battle report for this one. Instead, what I wanted to do is just kind of feel it out because I probably got a whole bunch of rules wrong, so I didn't want to film that. But I'm going to go over, I've got some pictures, and I'm going to kind of walk you through what happened, and then we'll come back at the end, and I'll tell you how bad off my crew currently is with the stuff that they need to dig up after their first mission. So let's go down to the table and I'll show you guys the pictures and kind of talk you through what was happening in the battle. All right, so basically these are just some pics of this setup. We had some used the little heart symbols as my resource markers there. Inside, I actually had 2 zombies and 1 resource marker, which was pretty good. I mean, it worked out for me in the end to get inside. So this was the guy who became aggressive first. He must have been the pilot of the airplane. He was mad about something. But anyway, this was the back side of the board. You can see the doors there in the back. We'll move around the front. Got some resource markers, couple more Z's around the front side. And then these roads, I really like these. These are from a company called Stratagem, and they're neoprene. I really like the way they look. I just got them today. So as you can see, I was coming straight up the road was my goal because I needed to use those porta potties right there. That was the ultimate goal for the game. So that was basically the setup. And then we got started. Almost immediately, we had some Z's get aggressive from noise because they were so close. They started closing in. I moved this guy up first. He had my shotgun, but I didn't fire it right away because I was kind of scared of the 12-inch range. So we cleared some of the Z's from the front. You can see Beth is already at the door. She got up there in just a couple of turns. We had cleared the Z's in the front, and she popped one of the Z's on the inside, which of course set this guy off who was over around the corner of the building within 8 inches of her pistol. So he started closing in on the side aggressive. My other guys start making a rush to the door. At this point, I just got scared. I was happy with the resources that I had, not realizing that I was not going to have any food. So I made a break just to get inside. Beth had killed both the Z's inside, so I was doing good there. Other dude was inside, waiting. Moved my other guy in. He threw up the barricades, which was good, because then I started building up this little horde, which was not making me happy because, again, hadn't gotten in close combat, so didn't know how scared I really needed to be. So just the fact that I didn't know how scared I needed to be had me scared. Had more Z's coming from the other side that had already gone from passive to aggressive. No more passive Z's left on the board. They were just rolling up to the front door. As you can see, the moment of panic there with our barricade, and boom! We barricaded it. They got to it, but they did not start there, so they couldn't bust down the barricade. I'm pretty sure I got that rule right. But that was pretty much it. We had secured it, and boom, winners. We need some food, though. All right, so after all that, went to the next part in the game, the strategic layer here. Did my character advancements, and what I did was leveled up my long gun for my hero, Ray, because he had 1 experience point, and I was had a stat of 1 in that, so I leveled that up. The only stuff that I only got 1 resource marker. Fortunately, my hero found it, who has scavenge, so I ended up with 3 resources out of that one, but they all ended up being hardware, so that kind of stunk. I used the greasy spoon as the template for my little aircraft hangar that is my base now. I didn't have any wounds to heal. Obviously, everybody came out of it okay. Didn't do any facilities upgrades or anything because I don't really have very much except for the hardware for right now. Nobody was wounded, so no rot. I couldn't feed my survivors. So my next one, I'm going to be down stats. That's going to stink. So obviously, I have to do another mission right away so I can feed my survivors. No unrest. Storage is good. No horde. No departures because I didn't have enough people yet. I've still only got my 3 guys. But that, in a nutshell, is what happened. So a couple comments on the game itself. It played really fast. I really liked that for a solo game. There wasn't a lot of time spent trying to figure out what everybody was going to do. So I really liked that. A little bit of page flipping in the book, but that's just because I'm unfamiliar with the rules. I think that's going to change to the point where you'll be able to, I think, bang out 3 or 4 games in an evening by yourself if you want to run through a few of them. The strategic layer, the management phase and everything was pretty easy to get through. Again, some page flipping back and forth, which I'll get that down as well. I love the zombie AI mechanic. It is absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking about incorporating the way that they go from passive to aggressive into a lot of other stuff that I play solo, since I play a lot of stuff solo. I did forget in one turn to spawn a passive zombie, but every other turn that I did spawn a passive zombie, I spawned him right next to an aggressive zombie. So anyway, like you saw in the pictures, the game's great. Check it out. You can pick it up on DriveThruRPG. The game is County Road Z. It is by Earthbound Games. You can check out their Facebook page and go over and join that group and see some cool stuff going on. It's a really fun game. I encourage you to try it out. One of the things that it reminds me of in kind of an abstract kind of way, not by the actual rules, but a while back we did an interview with a company called Table Salt Games, and it was for a game called Battle Space. And if you guys go way back, or you remember me talking about my game of Battle Space, the thing about it is it started kind of slow. Like you were like, oh yeah, I got this. This is going to be easy. And then the next thing you know, everything has exploded around you. And that was kind of how this was. Is as I was like, all I got to do is get down the road to the door in the place and it's good. And no, it wasn't. The tension was building pretty quickly. I think there were a few things that really favored me on it, the way I set the board up and some various things. I'll probably use some of the optional rules in the back to up the threat level. I did take 3 people with guns in the beginning, and going through the Facebook group, I had seen that several people said that everyone shooting makes it a little bit easier, but I don't know. One of my guys has a shotgun and it's got a 12-inch noise range. So pretty much everybody's going to hear you. But anyway, I encourage you to check out the game. It is County Road Z right here. It's a cool game. Check it out. $15 for a paperback, and you get the PDF for free. Can't beat that. Indie games, always get out there and support them. That is what Indie Invasion is all about. When you're out there playing the next game, picking up your copy of County Road Z, remember to prepare yourself for the